Hi, I'm Ani Anderson, the CEO of Motivation Beyond Measure, and today we're going to talk about the topic of excuses. You may have noticed that your people are making excuses, and it's getting in the way of motivation and productivity. Now, perhaps you have been to an event yourself where you've been in the audience with a lot of people, and the speaker will be up on stage talking about excuses and having no more excuses and don't let excuses get in your way. And, the crowd says, yeah, and that seems like it's super motivating. Well, the fact is, when we're in a one on one conversation with a person who is making excuses, or we are in a small group conversation with people who are making excuses, the energy exchange is very different. And so, bringing up excuses, no more excuses, don't have excuses, even if that is temporarily motivating for somebody in the short term, and usually it's not, the long term solution to excuse making lies deeper. And so, if you want to have a conversation about excuses or with somebody who's making excuses, what I encourage you to do is to ask a really good question. Now, I have to preface this because before you ask this question, you need to care more about the person than about the results that they're producing, because they're going to feel that if you're more concerned about whatever it is that you're trying to get them to produce. So just stop for a second and ask yourself, am I really truly concerned about this person before you proceed? The second thing is, I want you to make sure that you're okay with whatever comes up for them. Because if you're not, then you shouldn't be the one who is having this conversation with a person. Because the fact is that we need to remember 80% of people walking around out there have experienced some kind of trauma. And the other 20% who haven't experienced direct trauma were likely raised by people who did. So we can assume that everybody has some kind of patterns of trauma or past experiences with trauma in their life that live in their nervous system. And confronting things like excuses can shut people down. When we want to motivate people, we want to motivate them and help them to open up. We want to go for opening up. And so we need to be open. We need to be open for whatever comes up for them. So just make sure that sincerely you are interested more in the person than the product, and that you are ready for or feel like you are capable of handling what comes up. Awesome. Now, instead of broaching somebody in the conversation of why they're making excuses, for whatever it is, whenever it comes up in the conversation and these excuses are arising, you can stop and you can ask the person this: what's really going on here? And I encourage you, when you do that, to not have a frown on your face, not be crossing your arms. What's really going on here? Because that feels accusatory. We want to be open. We want to maybe lean in a little bit. Maybe have a gentle smile. We want to actually care about this person and ask, what's really going on? What's really going on for you? Talk to me about that. And then stop talking and let them respond. What you're going to find out is what's really going on underneath with a person. And then you're going to be able to get to the heart of the matter. So I encourage you, the next time that you notice that one of your people is making excuses, pause, make sure that you're in a position where you can really be present with them and ask them this important question. Because I know what you're going to find is not only better motivation and productivity on the other side of this conversation, but you're also going to find a lot of connection in the process. For more information from Motivation Beyond Measure, tips and techniques, make sure to subscribe to our channel and click that bell icon so that you get notifications when we've released a new video.